So if you were watching the first video, we left off with a round of camel pose. We're going to do that 2 more times. So you're going to come to stand on your knees. Your knees are going to be hip distance under your hips. Take a moment to just draw your tailbone down towards the earth. Let the shoulders relax down the back. Your eyes can be opened or closed. If you want to just listen, that's totally fine. Drawing your navel in towards your spine. Inhale, circle the arms out and up. Fingertips are going to reach up high. Exhale, keeping everything nice and bright in the front section of your body. Circle your arms down and around, and your palms are going to rest on your lower back. So maybe your fingertips are facing up towards your shoulder blades. Your shoulders are drawn onto your back, or maybe they are facing down. It's whatever works best for you, as I said during the first round. My cat knocked my tablet over, so I had to pick up where I left off. Inhale, shrugging the shoulders together down the back. Look up towards the sky. Exhale to stay. Take another full breath in right here. See if you can really keep the tailbone tucked down. Perhaps you bend into your spine a little more deeply. Perhaps you don't. Go with what feels best. You want to feel sensation, not pain. Exhale to stay. Take another full breath in right here. That sun feels wonderful on my skin. Exhale to release your palms if you're coming with me and reach for the heels or even the lower parts of your legs, so right below your calves, or even you reach in towards the backs of your knees. Take a full breath in right where you are. And exhale. Another breath in through your nose. Exhale to release. Coming back up to stand on your knees. Let your hands hang down by your hips. Close your eyes. Shoulders melt down your back away from your ears. Tuck your tailbone forward. Feeling all of this in your body. Next breath in, circle the arms out and up. Fingertips are going to reach up high. This is our last time for our camel pose. Exhale, let your arms float down nice and wide. And your palms rest on your back. Fingertips up or down. Inhale, shrug the shoulders together down the back. Tuck your tailbone forward. Look up towards the sky. Exhale to stay. Take another breath in right where you are. And a breath out. Inhale deeply in through your nose. Perhaps you arc your spine a little more deeply. And exhale, drop your hands down from your back and let them greet your heels, the backs of your calves, or even if you want to get super deep, bring your fingertips behind your knees. I sound funny because my throat is in a different position. Take a full breath in right here. And a full breath out. Another breath in through your nose. Feel your belly, chest, and side bodies expand. And exhale. One more breath in right here. Exhale to release. Move up through center. Scoot yourself back through your tabletop position. Bring your hips down to your heels. Your forehead rests on the earth. Once again for your child's pose. So for this child's pose, release your palms. Let them touch together. And raise up over the back of your head. Feel how this gets you more deeply into a nice stretch in the fronts of your shoulders. Take a full inhale in through the nose. And then exhale to sigh it out. Inhale deeply in through your nose. And exhale. Inhale deeply into the joy and abundance that the sun is providing us during this lovely solstice. And exhale to release. Release your palms down, bringing your torso all the way up. Take your feet off to the side. Come to have a seat on your bum. Bringing your feet out in front of you. So stretching your feet out in front of you. This is Dandasana, staff pose. Bring the flesh of the bum out from behind you. Let your palms rest down by your hips. Your torso is stacked directly over your hips. Your toes are flexed. Shoulders are down your back. Your head and neck are directly positioned over your torso. On your next inhale, reach your fingertips out nice and wide. Bring your gaze up towards the sky. Exhale, come back to neutral Dandasana position and reach your fingertips out in front of you. Inhale to draw your shoulders back into your sockets here. As you exhale, lay down on purpose. So you're going to want your feet towards the front edge of your mat as much as possible. If not, your head will be off the mat, unless that doesn't bother you. You're using your core here to lay down nice and slow, so nice and controlled. And wiggles and shakes are totally normal. And then you'll make your way all the way down to a reclined position. So reclining on your back now. Take a moment to relax everything. Gently tuck your tailbone up towards your navel here. Let your shoulders roll down your back. If you're like me and you're practicing outside and the sun is at the right position, you will feel the sun on your skin, which is ever so lovely. If not, close your eyes and go to that place in that lovely mind of yours where you can actually feel the sun on your skin. Also, if you're like me and in the woods, you'll feel the bugs on your skin as well. All right, on your next inhale, you're going to bend your knees. Soles of the feet are going to be on the earth. Exhale to stay. Tuck your tailbone gently up towards your navel. Next, inhale, raise your hips up about halfway. Palms are on the earth. Chin in towards the chest. Slightly roll your shoulders open. So pressing the heads of your shoulders down towards the earth. This is our bridge posture. Exhale to stay. So that's Seto Bandhasana in Sanskrit. Exhale to stay. Next, inhale, hips raise up a little bit higher. Draw your knees in towards each other. And by bringing your chin towards your chest, feel the nice little neck stretch on the back side of your cervical spine. Exhale to stay. Next, inhale, hips raise a little higher. And exhale to release as slowly as you can. Let your hips come down towards the earth. All right, so we're going to do that 2 more times, and we're going to add on. Next, inhale, press into the soles of the feet. Hips go up halfway. Remember to press the tops of your shoulder heads down towards the earth, so that brightens across your chest. Pressing firmly into your palms. Exhale to stay. Inhale, hips raise a little higher. Draw your knees in towards each other. And exhale to stay. On your next inhale, hips raise a little higher. This time as you exhale, clasp your fingers together under your sacrum and walk your shoulders together down your back. So the heads of your shoulders are really touching and kissing the earth now. Inhale, see if you can use that momentum to raise your hips up a little higher. Feel how your core, your solar plexus, your Manipura chakra is nice and bright. Knees in towards each other. Exhale, release the fingers and drop your hips nice and slow down to the earth. All right, last one for our bridge posture. Inhale, pressing into the soles of the feet. Raise your hips up about halfway. Exhale to stay, pressing the outsides of the heads of your shoulders down to the earth. Chin in towards your chest. Tailbone is gently tucked up towards your navel. Knees drawn in together, close to each other, directly out from your hips. Inhale, raise your hips a little higher, keeping all of those little motions in check. Exhale to stay. Next inhale, hips raise a little bit higher. Exhale, raise the right foot off of the earth, cross the right ankle over the left knee. Let your right knee fall out to the right. So once again, this is not easy. It's very challenging, and it may not work in your body. Totally fine to just stay in your regular bridge posture. Inhale, see if you can press your hips up and right knee down. Exhale, release. Right sole of the foot goes back down, keeping your hips up. On your next inhale, switch sides. So draw the left knee in towards the chest. Exhale, cross the left ankle over the right knee. Your left knee falls out to the left. So we're sneaking in some hip opening here. Take a full breath in. See if you can raise your hips higher and lower your left knee down. Exhale to release. Left sole of the foot comes back down. And let your hips float nice and slow back down to the earth. So the beautiful thing about doing postures like that is we're also strengthening the muscles around our lumbar spine, our lower back. Draw your knees in together. Your feet as wide as your mat. And bring your arms into a goalpost or a T shape. And just windshield wiper your knees back and forth here. So we're telling our body it's time to cool down from this lovely practice. Telling our nervous system it's okay to relax a little bit. It's good to, during a yoga practice, warm up and then go through at the beginning and then go through the hardest portion of the class, the most challenging, in the middle, and then towards the end of class, it's good before we completely stop. It's good to tell our bodies it's okay to wind down a little bit first. And this is a great way to do that. Coming back to center, back to stillness. Draw your knees in towards each other. Raise your feet up, bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, knees towards the face, face towards the knees. Draw your core or draw your navel in towards your spine. Wrap your hands around your shins, giving yourself a big hug. And then exhale, we release down into our final Shavasana. So make Shavasana your own. Shavasana is the most important posture of the class. It is the time that we are telling our bodies that they can soak up all of the benefits from this wonderful practice in a resting position. This is the time where our cell memory turns on. So this is why we call yoga a practice, because in the challenging postures, if you continue to practice them, you turn on what's called cell memory. And Shavasana is a really great place to do that. So nice and still. There's no more work to do in this practice. And by making Shavasana your own, you may choose to use a block or a blanket as a prop. You may want to prop your head up. You may want to prop your knees. You may want to bend your knees. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to do that. You may want to bend your knees and roll your blanket up and rest your knees on your blanket. And taking any other positions that feel good in your body. You definitely do not have to mimic me in your Shavasana. Laying down may not be comfortable for you. If it's not comfortable for you, that's totally fine. You can come into a chair or come into seated meditation on a bolster or a block. Whatever you choose, get nice and still. Let all of this work we did just release down into the earth and just rest. Every time your mind wanders, come back to full focus on your breath. Slowly begin once again to deepen your breath. Enjoying all of these lovely sounds of nature. And as you come back into your physical body, wiggle fingers and toes, circle wrists and ankles. It's a really nice, subtle way to gently reawaken. You don't want to do anything too harsh or too quick. It's counterproductive. Bring your big toes to touch. Remove any props you have. So if you have props, move them off to the sides. Bring your big toes to touch. Raise your arms up overhead. Point down through your toes. Touch your fingers together here as well. Taking a nice long body stretch. And then as you're ready, make your way to lay on one side. Bring one of your arms to rest your head on, bend your knees, draw them in towards your chest. A nice, soft, subtle way to reawaken. If you have not done so, open your eyes, look around you, check your surroundings. Whatever surroundings they may be, you are blessed to be in them. Pressing in to your palm, your one palm, bringing yourself back to a seated position. Coming back to a comfortable seat, whatever that means for you. Take one last moment to close your eyes down. If your knees are bent, bring the palms or bring the backs of your hands to rest on your knees. Straighten and lengthen your spine. Soften your neck, your face, and your jaw. If you're in a chair and your knees are bent, you can do this as well. So you can have your palms up towards the sky, just resting relaxed, or you can rest your palms on your knees. And just take a moment to feel. Just feel all of this in your body. Feel the little energy buzz that you have created here. And if you are outside and you're feeling the sun on your skin, thank Mr. Sun for all that he provides for us. And if you are inside, you don't have the capability to be outside, bring your attention to the sun. So just bring a mental image picture of the sun to your mind. Bring your full focus right there and feel, you will actually feel after a few moments, the warmth of the sun on your skin. Perhaps you mentally travel to the beach. That is a staple vacation spot for folks who take advantage of the summertime weather. Take a moment to feel that, whether it be mentally or actually. Bringing your palms to touch now at heart center. Bow your chin in towards your chest. Thank your body and your breath for this practice. Thank yourself for showing up. It is not always easy. Bringing your thumbs to touch at your third eye center. I humbly thank you for joining me, allowing me to be your guide in your practice today. And in our shared collective offerings, we bow forward. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this summer solstice practice. Happy summer to you all, and I will see you soon. Namaste.